Hey newbies, Nurse Ruthie here. So I just wanted to be pretty much open with you and talk about a situation that I went through. It actually wasn't too long ago, a couple years ago, and it's going to be kind of hard to talk about, but I think that some people need to hear it. So I started at a facility and I was kind of just, I don't want to say thrown into a charge nurse position, but my manager felt that I was, like ready to become a charge nurse. I mean, I had been a nurse for a very long time, and I did have curiosity as far as being in leadership. So I was very nervous. And reflecting back, I think is because I wasn't really prepared. So I think also because I did not take a lot of courses in leadership prior to that. And I was pretty much scared and I was very critical of myself. And it just showed. And I wasn't assertive looking back. And I didn't really see the signs. And so let me just get to the point. So I was bullied really badly by two nurses. It was really heartbreaking because one of the nurses, I really liked her, and I still do, and I don't know what happened, but something happened where it kind of flipped, where I felt like she was, when I became charge, she became I don't want to say defiant, but she was like, you're not going to lead me. You're not going to, who are you? It's what I saw it as. So, and then there was another nurse that was, assuming friends with her. And I felt like they kind of teamed up against me. And so sometimes, because this was a small facility, they would just be me and the two nurses. So I felt like a majority of the time when I was charged, I felt like they were trying to sabotage me. They did not support me. I was pretty much feeling like I was running the whole place by myself. And they were just sitting back and laughing and just having a good time while the building burned down pretty much. And so it really did get to me, mentally and physically, and it made me not want to be in leadership at all. I mean, I told my manager, I was like, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But I mean, I did see that I was actually getting better, and it kind of made me stronger. But there were times where I would drive home and I'll just burst out in tears, crying, or I'd had to go on break. And I'm literally driving in the car. This sounds really crazy, but I was screaming in the car. I was screaming fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I mean, at the top of my lungs. And I know that kind of sounds crazy, but that was just the way I was releasing it out of my body. And again, I'm feeling very vulnerable, but I feel like I should tell my story because it may help someone or save someone. So randomly, there was a night that I don't know what it was, but I was in a very dark place. I was crying. I mean, I was at home. I don't remember if it was after shift or what, but I was feeling super depressed. I mean, I was going down a really dark hole, having some thoughts. And I'm not going to say that I was trying to think of certain things, but it was bad. It was really, really bad. And the next day I go to work, and one of my providers, he says, "Hey, Ruthie, can I talk to you later?" And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I want to talk to you. I'm like, okay. And so, in my head, I'm like, oh, great. What did I do? So, later on that night, this provider, we found a spot in the back, and he's like, I just wanted to talk to you. He's like, I just feel this urge to talk to you, this feeling. He's like, are you religious? He's like, if you feel uncomfortable with this conversation at all, just let me know, and I'll, pretty much stop it, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm, definitely religious, spiritual. And he's like, I just had this feeling to talk to you. And I was like, what? And he's like, is it okay if I pray for you? And all right, so I just had to pause that because I was just getting a little bit broken down there. So he prayed for me, and I told him, I was like, you don't even know, like, what happened last night. And I didn't want to tell him because, like, I did not want any kind of, like basically get Baker acted. So I was like, thank you so much. And he told me some other things, like, that really I needed to hear. And I never told him, the thoughts and everything that happened the day before. But I was like, wow, like, God really intervened then. And then it wasn't until, like, a couple months later, I stopped him and I said, if you ever get that feeling again with anyone, please, listen to it. Listen to that, because I believe that is God having you interfere in their life for a reason. And I told him, I said, when you spoke to me that night before, I was having some really dark thoughts, like some bad thoughts. And I didn't want to tell you, but I just want to let you know now that I'm okay. And if you ever have that, like, intuition again, to please, like, follow through with it. So that was, like, a pretty traumatic, like, time in my life. And I just really, like, dove into, like, podcasts and self-help. So my hope is, I could help someone and give them some advice and some tools to overcome, similar situations that they may be in right now. And what helped me was continue with my spirituality. I journal every day and night. You can literally go to Five Below and get a journal, and it's like it's like guided. So that's pretty cool. I do yoga. I work out. I go on walks. I ground myself. And when I say ground myself, I'll take my shoes off and I will walk in the grass and I will sit in the sun and just absorb all that love. And going back to the journaling, some people, I don't recommend writing down, like, all the things that, like, all the shitty things that happened that day, because I feel like you're just, like, putting it back in the universe. You can literally just write 3 things, morning and night, what you're grateful for. It could be simple, nothing like over the top, it's whatever you feel grateful for, and you'll notice that you will find so many things in the world that you feel grateful for and see less things that you are, like, miserable about. All right, so if you have any questions or any suggestions as far as topics, or you just want to chat, you can email me at newnurse.tips@yahoo.com. You can find me on TikTok, New Nurse Tips. You can also find me on Instagram, New Nurse Tips. All right, guys. Thanks again for your time. Have a wonderful day. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or position of any entities they represent.